Sadhguru, on his third visit to Houston, needs no introduction to most of you. He's a living master, a mystic who speaks from experience, not belonging to any particular sect or group. But today, I think we have an opportunity to hear from him something which is different. Yoga came to America in the last decade of the 19th century or so. That was a time when Swami Vivekananda came here, and a unique series of lectures that he gave, and a book that came out of it was titled Raja Yoga. Unfortunately, America's love affair with Hatha Yoga meant that Raja Yoga receded into the background. So I hope and we look forward to Sadhguru talking about the transformative potential of yoga going beyond Hatha Yoga. I leave it to Sadhguru to address us. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation.
When we utter the word yoga, particularly in this part of the world, you're thinking of impossible postures. Yoga and postures have very little to do with each other. In over 200 sutras that Patanjali gave out as a part of consolidating the knowledge that was already there, only one sutra is about the asanas or the postures. He said, Sukham Stiram Asanam. It simply means a posture which is comfortable and stable is your asana. But the remaining 200 and odd sutras got neglected. Only this one came to the West. So what is this yoga? The word yoga literally means union. What does union mean? Today modern physics is going about propagating that as you sit here, every subatomic particle in your body is right now in communication with the entire cosmos. Or in other words, what you think as myself is a certain process. It is not an absolute thing. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you just have to close your mouth and hold your nose like this for 2 minutes. You understand this is not absolute, this is in constant transaction, not just in the form of breath, in every possible way. Wherever you are in your life, whatever you are in your life right now, you want to be something more than what you are right now, isn't it? Whoever you may be, you want to be something more. What more depends on what is your currency of operation. If you know only money, you're thinking more money. If you know knowledge, you're thinking more knowledge. If you know wealth, you're thinking more wealth. If you know power, you're thinking more power. If you know love, you're thinking more love. If you know pleasure, you're thinking more pleasure. It doesn't matter what is your currency, but fundamentally, you want to be something more than what you're right now. If that something more happens, what? Something more? And this… we can go on with this endlessly. So it looks like you are looking for a lot of expansion. Whatever you know best, in that you want to expand. This is the nature of the human being, that you want to expand limitlessly. So, your goal, whether conscious or unconscious, is fantastic because you're looking for infinite expansion. But the method that you're employing is hopeless. Because through physical means, you're trying to find infinite expansion. If this longing to expand finds a very basic physical expression, we call this sexuality. If it finds an emotional expression, we'll call this love. All these are efforts to make something which is not a part of you into a part of yourself, to include something as yourself, to expand who you are right now. If it finds a mental expression, it gets labeled as ambition, greed, conquest, or simply shopping. If it finds a conscious expression, we call this yoga. It is not a question of right and wrong, it is a question of what works and what doesn't work. With sexuality, with love affairs, with ambitions, it looks like you're getting there, but you never get there. Sometimes it gives you a taste of real expansion, but next moment it's gone. Only if this finds a conscious expression, then this becomes a fulfilling process. This is called yoga. So, if you employ your physical body and approach your ultimate nature, we call this karma yoga, which means yoga of action. If you use your intelligence and try to get your ultimate nature, then we call this gnana yoga, yoga of intelligence. If you use your emotion and try to reach your ultimate nature, we call this bhakti yoga, yoga of devotion or yoga of emotion. If you transform your inner energies and try to reach your ultimate nature, then we call this kriya yoga, yoga of transforming energies. These are the only four things you can do, no matter what you believe in or what you don't believe in, because you can use either your body or your mind or your emotion or your energy, because this is all you have. You cannot use something that you don't have, isn't it? I'm saying this to you because there are so many concepts in your head. You cannot use concepts, you can debate about your concepts. You can't use a concept, you can only use what's on your hand. You cannot use something which is not at hand. Body, mind, emotion, energy, these are the only four things at hand. Now, this karma, gnana, bhakti and kriya, which one should I do? Tell me, is there anybody here who is just one big body, no mind, no emotion, no energy? Or just mind, no emotion, no body, no other things? Every one of you is a combination of these four things. Only thing is, each one of you is a unique combination of the same four things. In one person the body may be dominant, in another person the mind may be dominant, in another person the emotion may be dominant, in another person the energy may be dominant. Each person, you yourself as an individual person, at different times of your life, different dimensions or different proportions are happening. Why at different times of your life? Different times of the day, different aspects are dominant. Yes or no? Have you noticed this? At a certain time, body may be dominant, at another time intelligence is dominant, another time emotion is dominant. So you need to have a combination of these four things. Now, the reason why there has been such a significant stress on a live guru or someone who understands this, not in terms of theory, not in terms of learning, but in a deep sense of knowing, is so that the right concoction is mixed for you. The yoga that I give to this person, if I give it to this person, it will not work, because they are a unique combination of these four ingredients in a certain way. But right now, each one of these things have become separate schools. We don't know whether you will become the richest man in the world or not, whether you will become the most beautiful woman in the world or not, whether you will climb Mount Everest or not, or whether you will race faster than Mr. Bolt or not. But your experience of life on this planet should be pleasant at least. This every human being deserves, and this every human being is capable of, if only if we keep our notions, our ideologies, our belief systems aside for some time and just look at the fundamental way in which this mechanism operates, and accordingly if we operate, keeping this pleasant is a very effortless process. This is what yoga means, the mechanics of life.